Howdy folks, Grok the Duck Farmer here, and I'm on Modern Skyblock 2, one of the FTOG servers, and doing a quick little stream. I figured I had a project I wanted to do, and I might as well invite you along for the job. In fact, I want to make a mob farm. I want to make a really big mob farm. I want to make a mob farm that will give me all the mob resources I need, except for spiders. Don't like spiders. Spiders are jerks. Spiders gum up the works everywhere. And now that I've got a farm over there where I can get flax and I can make string, I don't need spiders because I don't like spiders. Anyway, let's spin around here. Yeah, I've got this mob farm down here and it's okay. It works fine. It means I've got to run down and do stuff on it. But, you know, that's not nearly as fun. However, I was thinking it would be really good to go ahead and make a mob farm that was much bigger, has the spikes so these guys take damage, and I can come by and just punch them once and they're dead. Because I want to get the player drops for, you know, killing the mobs themselves. Now, oh, here's something new. I've got my friendly little neighborhood snowman over here, so I can just stand here, shift, and get snow. Works great. And the farm over there is working nicely, but I'm planning on putting the mob farm way out that away, just so if I'm not close to it, nothing happens. And that's the main purpose why it's way out there. But I'm hoping you guys are have a fantastic day. Saturday for me, might be a Sunday depending on where you are in the globe. But stuff things. I am going to use this. This is dark oak here, and I'm going to make tons and tons of it with the dark oak because I could make lots and lots of dark oak. Acacia, as much as I love it, is a slower build, and I need some stuff. Actually, here, let's move over here and I will show you the basic plan so you can see what I'm planning on doing. Alright, I'm going to use Schematica to help, and there's my mob farm. I played with this a little bit earlier. There's the mob farm. It's pointing the wrong way, so let's go ahead and rotate. Yeah, that'll be the mob farm. It is a massive beast. It's entirely passive. Except for there's water channels in there that will funnel them all down to the point where the spikes will kill them. And I'm going with passive just because I don't have any redstone. There's a better job that I could do if I had redstone, where I could have detectors and droppers and buckets of water, and it would, you know, pump out, and, you know, water would flow and push the mobs off, and it would work great, except for I don't have the redstone. And I don't have the buckets. That's a late game thing. So instead, I'm going to go with this. This is really old school. Hey, hi there, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. And so that's the plan that I'm going to go with, is this beast. And as you can see, it's got a decent size. I'm thinking of setting it up in there so that I'll have half slabs on top to stop spiders from spawning, but I'm also looking at having something set up so that the if there are spiders that come through, I'll have a little lava blade at the top that will kill them off. Ruby Wolf says, yeah, there'll be no Enderman. Yes, there will be no Enderman. Sadly, just due to the nature of the fact that I need to move them, and Enderman isn't going to work. Now, I will make them big enough so that, well, not big enough, tall enough. That will be 3 tall. So when I get vector plates, and those are a thing, vector plates, these little beasties, once I've got lots of iron, lots of slime, and lots of sugar, then I can sit there and start making these vector plates, and I can replace the water streams, pushing them down, with the vector plates, and then it will be a thing for the zombie pigmen. And so that's definitely a possibility. Alright, so let's move that Schematica down here. Let's see, move, is there a move to move here? There is. All right, so now we need to move, is it this direction? That's the wrong direction. Nope, wrong direction. I never really pay attention to left, rights, and stuff. All right, so let's drop this down to here, and too far down. Up one more, and I think that will do it. Now, I am going to need, because I'm going to make this a 5 wide, just so it's easy, and this will be ladders going up so I can access the top. But this is a really, really old setup. This is something I remember seeing and first encountering back in Minecraft for Xbox. I think this would be equivalent Minecraft time, about 1.6, something like that. And it was done by a YouTuber called IvyIcleX and his friend Big Burr, who set this up. And he set it up with redstone so that you could actually turn on some lava blades in there so you could grind the mobs and just get the mob drops. I'm just going to let them come right down because, again, no redstone. And we'll just go home because that's easier than walking all the way back. So it's going to be a goodly distance down there. And I think I have some more. Oh, I do have some more of those. Let me grab, do I have it over in this area? Yeah, Daniel's saying he needs to get into more survival modded Minecraft. I have done almost all my stuff in survival. Occasionally single player, just so that I can make a few things and test things out. But it's almost always survival Minecraft. Okay, I've got a lot more dark oak back here. Oh, do not toss my oak. All right, let's go ahead and I need to make me some swords. I think I need 3. Hey, perfect. 1, 2, 3. And then I need, if I remember the recipe, hey, I needed 3. Why do I only have 2? Well, fine. There we go. There's my 3rd. All right, so that and that and that and that is not what I need. All right, I thought for sure that was it. Spike. Wooden spike is, oh, I need a log. Okay, and it needs to be an oak log. So let me find where my oak logs are stored right here. All right. So let's go ahead and make that. That will give me 4 of these spikes. If we take a quick look at the materials needed for this, I did it out of acacia because that's what I had at the time. So it's going to need 3,000 planks. I save a little bit of resources by using some places with slabs, so I'm liking that. A few torches. It's going to be all dark up there. The ice is what I tossed in place for water. Just because I didn't want it running around when I was making this in creative. And then I guess down at the bottom I used actual water sources and spikes. So that's what I need. According to my calculations, I need about 13 stacks of wood, and I've got that, so that's not an issue. So let's go ahead. I've got this. I've got some of the acacia dude. Let me go ahead and grab a stack of that and a stack of that. And then I really like having access to the ender chest because then I can sit there and shove stuff like this in. That can go in there. The rest, I don't need that or that. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do this. So, yep. Contestul recognized that, yeah, I needed the oak log. It had been a long time since I made that recipe, so I couldn't remember exactly what I needed. But yes, log. I am so happy that we've got, you know, the ability to look up recipes in modded. Plus, we've got that now in the 1.12, which is mighty nice. All right, so here's where I need to start adding at least some space here. And then let's go around. This is where it's distracting because I can't see. Okay, here, let's turn you off for right now. All right, because I want to get around this. Oh, not what I needed. Now, who knows of an easier way of doing this this building here. Show. The easier way is to use this little spot here. Whoops, wrong thing. That button there. It says printer, and it will start making the stuff for you. But I kind of see that as kind of cheaty. Let's go ahead and build this out to there. And go and set this up. Whoops, missed it. That's the one problem with having this in the place. Oh, hitting it again. When making mob farms, I always like to start with the processing of the mobs first. Make sure that that's up and run and working just fine, and then I can go ahead and you know, once this central kill shaft is in place and working, then I'll go ahead and make all the rest. Because the worst thing is you're sitting there, you're doing work, you're coming down here to set this up, and a creeper drops down and goes boom and explodes everything down here, and that's not much fun at all. So yes, Schematica is the mod I'm using, and it is one of the very few mods that is allowed in, you know, here on the FTOG server that's doesn't always come with a pack, just because it makes things very nice. I could have done this from memory and it would have been really bad, and so instead I'm going to go ahead and do this this way. So let's a few more. Actually, I could save by not going out as far, but it doesn't matter. The main idea, I said earlier, is I want to be far enough away that nothing spawns in here, or at least 126 blocks away from where I typically am. So if anything spawns in here, it just instantly goes away and disappears, and so there's nothing going on. I don't want to provide massive tick lag on the server, because that would be bad. And so that's why I'm looking at doing that here. And let's extend this out, because I want this to be 5 wide anyway. And so yeah, Daniel mentions that it's pretty simple doing this if you know how the water is going to flow. And yeah, the water is going to flow a group of 8, and consequently, actually I don't need that, I can use a full block here. It's going to flow a group of 8, and so all the channels, everything's built around 8, making sure that everything works that way nicely. And let's see, here's the back end. I need to go a little bit further out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go further out because this is blocking me. Alrighty. Hey D-Pat, how you doing? Let's see, let's go back in. And I am holding down the shift key so hard with my pinky. You know, I come away with a, you know, carpal tunnel of the pinky or something like that, because holy cow, that, you know, I don't want to fall off. You know, safety third, and so I'm just sitting there going, don't want to die. Alrighty, glad to hear you're doing well there, D-Pat. Yeah, a minimum height of 21. This actually should be from the spawning floor. It should be more than 24. Because if it's 24 is when they will start spawning, and 32 or 36, I can't remember which, if they're within 32, 36 blocks of you, then they will move. And that, for this one, is required. We need them to move. And because that's what gets them into the water stream, and once in the water stream, they get all flowed down into here. Alrighty. So yes, talking about, and unfortunately, I have no idea how to pronounce your name, Mendigas. Yes, I can bind caps lock instead of shift. It's not what I'm used to doing. And so if I do that, I am sure I will miss that. Although the very nice thing about having the caps lock is you toggle it on, and then you are always crouching, and that I think is a fantastic idea. I really do like that. All right, so here's our area. Then I saw it last night, the stream that Nonsanity was doing, and he was using the caps lock for his crouch key. And every time he needed to twerk to grow plants, it required double taps on the caps lock. So, you know, there's pluses and minuses to everything, and that's just the way it goes. Okay, so we can go ahead and put the spikes here. Yeah, and I've got years and years of playing where I'm crouching with the shift key, and so if I don't do that, it's gonna drive me bananas, and so that would be bad. All right, I think, you know, I'm thinking at this point I may go ahead and just start doing all the dark oak stuff, just because. We'll set the bottom with the let's see, that bottom is going all the way back to here. All right, there we go. Ruby says the caps lock trick only works with Macs. Really? Whoops, wrong thing. I toggled my screen. There we go. Let me know if the stream still sees that, because that was annoying. I didn't want to do that. All right, let's grab you. And what I wanted to hit that button and hide this, because now I can sit there and get rid of these. Okay, good. Daniel says it's back. Yeah, I figure once I start with the actual mob farm itself, it's going to be all dark oak, so I might as well go ahead and swap these out with dark oak blocks. Just because, you know, does it matter? No, it doesn't matter in the least, but, you know, I'm going to go ahead and do that. One thing that, you know, with the controversy of, you know, the caps lock for the crouch key, I know that on the Windows machines, some of them will have a ouch. I should really avoid those guys. Some of them will have an issue with what's known as sticky keys for people with accessibility needs. If you hit something too many times in a row, some of those will toggle on permanently. And it depends on what the settings are, and I can't remember what, you know, I'm on Windows 10, I can't remember what the defaults are on that, but I've done testing at times, making sure that works for various software, and so that was the stuff I remember that. And I wonder if caps lock is the same way. Haven't tried pounding on the caps lock a whole bunch of times. You know, I shouldn't have put that there. That would have been nice not to have put them there in the first place. There you go. 5 times ships opens one. Yeah, I remember doing that when testing for accessibility, making sure things work well for people who have vision problems and mobility issues. A classic accessibility thing is to test without the mouse, because not everybody can use a mouse, and everything should be reachable by keyboard. And so when testing software, I'm constantly looking at that and saying, developer, you need to make sure that everything is reachable by reachable by keyboard. Ooh. You're saying put a slab on top of the spikes. I like that idea. Hop, hip. Ho 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 ho. Perfect. Hey Martin, welcome to the stream. How you doing there? Let's go ahead and get some blocks out. Yeah, the slabs. Thank you very much for that contessel. If I mangle people's names, it's because I'm inept and not because I dislike you. Let's turn on. Nope, wrong one. I want to see lights. I want to make sure that nothing spawns if I have to run back that way. Alrighty. You know, I need an extra layer here. That just is not enough for running around, particularly when I put more of the sides in place. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Good. There we go. All right. Putting the bottom slabs works, and I've noticed now that I've done a whole bunch of them. that has been very, very stable, which is really good. The putting the top slabs and then extending out, ooh, that's a terrible thing, because that there's too many times when it's glitched down, and when it glitches down, that kills me right then. And that, you know, that's a terrible thing, because, you know, nobody likes a dead duck farmer, not even me. And I have fallen in many a places because the blocks glitched underneath me, and that was not much fun. All right. I don't know if there's Morpheus on the server, Daniel, but being a skyblock, most of the people don't care. I don't think many people have much by way of string or wool to make beds. I'm not even worried about it once I got some torches in place. But that's what I'm looking. Alrighty. And Minigaus, you're saying, you know, terrible English. You know, everybody in the US tends to not speak very many other languages, and so people who speak English, I am very impressed with their ability to speak a different language that well. Yeah, okay, we need another block on top. The joke I've told before, and I'll tell it again here. You know, what's the name for somebody who speaks 3 languages? You know, that person is a trilingual speaker, and a person who can speak 2 languages is bilingual, and a person who speaks 1 language is American, because that just kind of seems the way we do it. Oh, no, I can't hop up there anymore. All right, I'm gonna need to get me a slab so I can get up there. There we go. Now I need light here so you can see, because it gets really dark. And let's turn off the Schematica, because again, it gets really dark really quick when I have to look through everything. So what I've got here is, this is going to be the drop shaft where the mobs fall in. In fact, it's going to be here in the center. It'll be a 3x3 drop shaft area, and then back here is where the water is going to go, and it's going to flow 8, which will push to here. Actually, I have a different plan for this. Because it doesn't matter how far they drop for death, then that means I want this to be up higher, because I want them to drop 2 before they drop onto the spikes. That way they can't hop back up, and since there's no spiders, they should all drop down just fine here. Alright, so there's a quick change of plan. All right. Yeah, less languages. I don't know Russian. I speak Spanish. I spent 3 years living in Germany when I was a teenager, and graduated from high school in Germany, but it was an American-speaking high school, so that doesn't help. But I still kind of sort of remember some of the German there, but not huge amounts. But I also studied a little bit of Italian, very little. I'd spent 2 semesters studying Mandarin Chinese. My parents were in Singapore at the time, and so I figured I should know the language of the country I'm gonna go visit. That's my standard, you know, rule. If I'm gonna go visit someplace, I should study the language at least. And then when I went to Singapore, I found out that they all speak English fantastically, and they speak, while they understand Mandarin, there in Singapore they spoke, at least the people I was around, they spoke a whole lot more of Cantonese or Hokkien, and so my Mandarin meant I couldn't overhear what they were saying as far as numbers and stuff like that. And the class was all about traditional Chinese characters, and they used simplified Chinese characters. So yeah, it was fun doing it. I still have some of my Chinese books, and I can still count to Chinese, you know, to 10 in Chinese, and I can play mahjong. You know, not the computer game where you're matching tiles, but actually playing you know, the mahjong game that people play, and loads of fun. It was great going there. You say making the wooden axe. Let me show you what happens with making a wooden axe. Oh, here, I need sticks first. Sticks. Hey, I was doing this earlier and it was saying marking coordinates, and I was going, what the heck do I need coordinates for? I have no need for coordinates. So I stopped making axes and I'm doing everything. So, is that right? I have no idea what... There was some mod where you can mark one corner with this, and then you run over there and you mark another corner, and then you can do commands. And that was popping up all the time. And I was going, I don't like that. I don't want you. Why are you there? But we've had an update to Skyblock, so maybe that was it. Ah, World Edit. Yes, that's what it was. It was World Edit. And I think I went through and turned off a bunch of the controls for that. Oh, I've got an axe. Even though it's just a wooden axe. Oh, I can make a cobble axe now. I've got a cobble gen, so I can do that. Okay, once I head back over there, I'll make me a cobble axe, because several, because I'm going to be chopping a whole bunch of wood back and forth. So yeah, now that this is going up way higher, then I don't need to have this down here at the bottom. Okay, I think that's the full 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's the full 8. Okay, so we'll clear this out. Alrighty. You know, I've got enough materials here. I can just let this stuff go. I'm not seeing them break. I wonder if we've got a little bit of server lag. Huh. Yeah, that may be server lag stuff going on, because I'm not seeing anything come back from those. Let me avoid walking in that area in case all of a sudden I revert. Oh, yep, there we go. Server looks like it crashed on me. Yay! So much fun. Okay, let me send a quick message. No? It says there's people there. Let's see if I can log back in. I'm hearing a little sound stutter in my ear, and I'm not sure if it's the game or a pickup truck outside. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so yes, that's what it was. Yeah, whew. I was afraid the entire server had crashed, and I went, no, not in the middle of a stream. Something went poop and died. Yep. Alright, so now I need a little bit more. Oh, nope, not there. I need a little bit more acacia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do that. Alright. Okay, so we've got that there. Now I have to kind of go by memory. This is going to be a drop in like this. Actually, I've got that block right there for handiness sake. X. I've got an X. Use the X. Oh, I should grab some of my my base is not there, unless it loads in when I come back. Anyway, but I need to, let's connect that across there. Now let's put a torch here in the center, because I think we're going to get a little bit of light issues there. Pop. Okay, and then that's where their feet are going to be. I need bottom slabs here, so let me go ahead and do that. Make some first of many slabs. Alright, doink, doink, doink. And I think at this point now I don't need this, so that's good. Alrighty, so let's remove this here, there, and there. Okay, so now because of that top slab, that'll keep me from doing that. Alrighty. So yeah, let me head back to. And let me grab these ladders. I'm going to need these guys. Gimme. And let's grab some cobble. That way I can make cobble axes. And it's a shame I can't zip back there, because that's got to be a good distance there. Oh well. Run, 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 run. Yeah, translating is an interesting thing because word-for-word translations almost never really works because there are so many individual words that don't really have an equivalent in other languages. Some do, some don't, but often there's no equivalent there. And so, you know, just you got to be very careful with that. Let's see. I want blocks. All right, I need a block there so I can start making the channel. And I need to find out where the client side setting is that repopulates my stuff, because I really don't want that. Thor was complaining about that earlier, and I agree with him. It is annoying to have that pop in, especially since I have lost a stack of stuff over the void that way, which is not much fun. Okay, I don't need that block right there. You can go away. And you can go away too. Must save the blocks. You know, even though I've got tons and tons, that I always say, oh, must save every block, must capture it, must not let it go away, go to waste. Strange. All right, so back here we're gonna have the 3 water bits. So why a big farm? I'm gonna need lots and lots of zombie flesh. I want to be able to come back here and get a bunch of the things that I need, and then I'm good to go. I don't think I'm going to be camping huge amounts of time back here, but I definitely want gunpowder is big, the zombie flesh is big, and once the water streams are gone and I can get the endermen spawning back here, that would also be very, very nice. Alright, so now that's a top block. Alright, so the water is going to go back here, but what I am going to do is, because this is so far away, when I'm not right here, there should be no lag whatsoever on the server and nothing going on back here. If I do want drops, I'll come back here, stand for a while, and let them appear above. Let's turn them back on. Oh, nope, I gotta load it again because my game crashed on me. So let's come back here and load it again. Actually, well, I need to get Enderman or Ender Lilies, and for right now I don't have Ender Lilies. So let's go ahead and rotate this. There's the rotate. Move to here. Oh, that's going away. Come back. There we go. Come back this way. And oh, it needs to go down 1. Oh, and back 1 more. There we go. So that's the spot there, but I pushed it up some. So let's 2, 3. There we go. Too many. I pushed it up 2. Alright, so this is where the water is going to flow. Oh, I need 1 more layer here. Alrighty. And let's slap that in. Doink, doink, doink. And then this is where the drop shaft will come down here. These 3. And that water back there will push them all the way back on top of those spikes, which I don't want to fall on top of now, because that would be bad. Alright, so this should be a solid block. Alright. So solid, 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 solid. That's the beginning of what we're doing. Oh, this also needs to be solid. Oh, I don't have anything here. Solid, solid, solid. And this can have a torch. This will light up the area. I don't need you anymore. Alrighty. So do I have lights on? Here. This is where having F7 on off, I can't see whether or not I'm seeing. Okay, I do have that on. Alrighty. If I turn this on, show F7 off, 7 off, on. See that I can see through it a lot more if I've got the F7 on, which is good because that's what I need here. And I do have a block there. Then up here, let's hide again. I don't want a solid shaft going all the way up. I want to be able to see stuff fall down. So that's what I've got going on here. And I need, let's put, oh, no, I can't have this here because I need to let these guys go through. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, that's how tall it needs to be so that even Endermen can swim on through. Alrighty, so I need to, yeah, let's go like this. Alrighty. And yeah, let's cap off this all the way around here. Did I just cap that wrong? I did that wrong. Alright, who's keeping track of derps? We need a count.
You cannot count that high.
Uh-oh. Mrs. the Duck Farmer says I can't count that high. I thought you were heading out.
I did. No one was there.
No one was there?
No one was there.
Well, those are the best type of meetings.
They're very short.
Very, very short. Was it canceled and nobody told you?
I didn't get the memo or something. I don't know.
Oh, well, okay. Alright, so that should be the shaft that pours the guys in. And I no longer need these guys here anymore. Okay. Now we can put that right way up there and close that off. Okay. Back here, I do want to be able to access this, so let me go ahead and put these back here. I keep wanting to back up and fall off the edge. I don't want to do that. That would be bad. The reason why I won't come back here is this is where I need to remove these 3 and put my water blocks in there. Oh, hey, I could do that right now. Let's do that. Because now that I've got everything encased, I can put the water blocks in. So my water gun is here. Okay, let's go ahead and you, and you, and they all updated. And I heard a splash that sounded wrong. I should have my blocks. Were there any blocks? No, I think there were no blocks that that didn't make it across. I must not have had any blocks that got missed. Oh well. Spit. Float, 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 float. Blop. So that will push all the mobs down. They will take no damage, so it really doesn't matter how far they go. Uh-oh. You're getting a buffering. Yeah, I don't know why. My internet connection's being very, very nice today, which is good. Alright. So that is the containment vehicle for killing the mobs. So that's the important thing to do. Now let's go ahead and bring this back on, and I need to drop it down to, because that's the layer where I had the initial killing floor, and that way I've got everything else where I wanted it to be. And here's where, you know, I don't think I need to come back up here anymore, so let's take these down. But I do need to get way up there over here. So let's go ahead and set that up. See, that's going to be my getting up there spot. And let's get rid of you, because you're going to be a block. And so here's the question. Is it better for me to climb up? Oh, the schematic tool, it's called Schematica, and it is a fantastic tool. I love it lots. Oh, let's do this. All right, let's go ahead and just pillar up with this. The thing I really like about Schematica is it gives me a chance to make something in one world and then be able to use it elsewhere. And is that the tippity top? There should be a slab here at the top. Huh. All right. Now, because I don't want to fall back down there and die, and I don't have enough ladders, I don't think. Just home. All right, let's run back there. It should be bottom slabs across the top, because I don't want to have any mobs spawning way up there. So I'm getting all sorts of weird little particle-y effects on that. But anyway, occasionally I've built some stuff that I really like, and I want to be able to use them again or remember them elsewhere. On the Beyond server, the FTOG Beyond server, I went ahead and oh, that is the top slab. And anyway, on the Beyond server, I went ahead and took a tower from one of my vanilla series and brought it in with Schematica, but I wanted it to be much bigger than it was there in that series. And so consequently, I went ahead and used it as a tool to get me the idea for the next tower that I was looking at, and played with that. So that worked out very nicely. It is possible to use this printer button, and it will just place blocks. I kind of don't like doing that, mainly because part of the fun of building stuff is actually building stuff. So I prefer to actually build stuff. You know, that makes sense. It is not part of the mod pack. It is something that I added individually here, and if you read the instructions on the website, oh, I do need to get up there. No, I needed to get up there. This is get me all the way to the top. I need to get some other stuff. I need more water. Actually, I could get the water from back there, couldn't I? But then I need to have ladders. Me and having issues. Let's go ahead and make a couple more ladders, because I'm going to need those. And I'll just grab the water from back here. So one of the rules on the FTOG servers is no other mods other than what comes with the pack itself, and the exceptions for that are Optifine. People can go ahead and run Optifine, and Schematica. Those are the only mods that are allowed to be on people's clients when playing on the FTOG servers. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to withdraw. Yes, there we go. There we go. I did that with the Schematica on, because the Ruby Wolf was saying, yeah, no printer unless it's a stupid amount of leaves in a really big tree. Yes, in the Avant series, it was a friggin' huge tree. I'm trying to remember whether it was a 4x4 or 5x5 chunk tree. It was really huge. And I tried with the Schematica, and it worked great. I tried it with the RF Tools builder first, and that didn't work so great because as soon as they block updated, that was the end of those leaves. They decayed on me, and that made me have much of the sads. All right, so you go away. And I was looking at putting these up like this, because that way I have a little bit of a gap and I can see, but I can't jump up and get in there, can I? Okay, let's go like this. And that can go away. need you no more. Alrighty, so yeah, I had a big sads when that all those leaves disappeared, and let me tell you, it majorly killed my frames, and probably was a major hit on the server too, just because, you know, you don't want hundreds of thousands of blocks breaking away. All right. Okay, so this is how I was planning on getting up higher, was going this way. Now, if in case I actually do get spiders, I'm going to set up a lava blade pointing in here, so the spiders, if they go up an additional layer, will get lavaed. Let's go like this, and they will get lavaed right there, because they'll have a single blade that sticks out right one block. So if spiders come up in either of because they're 2 by 2, they can either fit in that 2 by 2 or this 2 by 2, and they will get lava bladed and dead. You know, I just had a thought. I can let the spider spawn anyway, and they'll just get lava bladed and die. So, you know, I think that works. Alright, so I need to go further up. Let's go ahead and put a block there. I can put a block here, because I need to be able to jump up. Alright. Doink, doink, doink. Dink, dink, donk. Yeah, if you didn't notice, sound effects are required when building lots of things like this. Gotta be able to make noises.
It's like if you have a lightsaber, you have to go.
Yes, exactly. Vroom, 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 and all the rest.
Yep.
That is, let's make 2, since we're here. Come on, click. Alright. Actually, normally having lava right next to wood would be a bad idea, but I believe that fire tick has been turned off, or fire spread has been turned off on the server, just because way back there, to get the cobble gen to make cobble so I don't burn up my wood, I need a form that requires wood, because I don't have any cobble. See, yeah, it's kind of the chicken and the egg, which comes first. Well, in this case, the cobble gen comes first, and the lava spike does not. If that makes sense, or I'm rambling too much. Maybe I'm just on drugs. Alright. That thing. I think I need to do several further up, and I'm not 100% sure. Let's put a torch right there. Just because I want to be able, looking from back there, I should be able to see mobs drop through, but then I just realized I have this big column in the way, so I can get up to the roof. That's going to stop a lot of that from happening. Oh well. Oh well. Cobble gen with tinkle tabers around doesn't burn. That's a really good idea. Yeah, turned off by default to gate the nether. Yes, I think, Brad, that is exactly right. Just because you don't want people to, you know, make some obsidian, which is fairly easy to do once you've got the you can make lava, you just pour water on top of it, boom, now you've got obsidian. And you don't want people to jump into the nether that early. Yep. Stop refilling me. I don't need you to be refilled. Alrighty, and then this. Alright, I think, how close are we to, really close. I need to do one more of these, and this, we're at the beginning floor. Alright, so let's go ahead and, alright, here, let's turn this off so I can see better what I'm doing. Yeah, there are a lot of vanilla things that can be used that don't burn, and so it's a great way of still getting around fire tick being on. Typically on the FTOG server, fire tick has been turned off a lot of times because we've been in wooded areas and if you go running around the landscape, and you see an area where there's some lava on the landscape with trees nearby, and what ends up happening is you get these heavily wooded areas and they all burn up, and I don't want slabs here this time. And so that causes a major issue if and on my vanilla world I built a massive tree. Okay, it was not a massive tree compared to other massive trees I built, but it was a decent-sized tree built in vanilla, and it was next to a dark forest. And twice lightning struck the forest and burned real close to the big tree, and that would have been so bad if the tree had burned, because it was all made out of wood and leaves and stuff, and you know, sadness and crying and you know, rage quitting and all the rest. All right, so this has, we're up to the point where we're going to do the funneling. So at this point, I think these are set up to, let's do layers. Come on. There we go. So this is the layer I want, and these are, they look like half slabs. So we'll start making some half slabs. Oh, I've got lots of half slabs. Let's make more. Let's make lots. Alrighty. And this is where the Schematica comes in and makes things really nice to remember what structure it was I wanted here. Now once this is made once, it's much easier to figure out, you know, how it goes. And I've done this enough times that I do remember, except this floor here is 3 wide for the water channels, and up above it's going to be a whole bunch of 2 wides. Oh, you are not a slab, you are a solid block. Let's go ahead and get a solid block in. Slab can go away. Ah. All right. So far, I haven't fallen. Whoops. I was saying, and at that point, Lavinia just fell from a high place. All right. So I was saying, so far, I haven't fallen from this, which is good. When I've done this in vanilla series, I always like to build it over water whenever possible, just because it's so easy to fall in. Plus, it makes an easy way of getting out. You know, if you build this up really high, then you can go ahead and jump down into water to get down rather than climbing ladders, because vanilla ladders are very slow. Alright, dink, dink. No, I don't want the acacia woods. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hunt down what the client size config is for autofill and turn that off, because I really don't want it like that for that reason. You go away. Alright, you still go away. Alright, so a lot of this is just mindless placing the blocks, so it's time to tell bad jokes. So, here's my standard go-to when people say, you know, quick, tell us a joke. Once upon a time, there was a carrot field, and it had been there for a long time. The carrots had grown and grown, many generations of carrots, and it was getting kind of old there. Little bit, you know, generation after generation of carrots had grown up there in that field, and so the carrots were getting a little dissatisfied. And one day, one of the carrots looked across a road and noticed that there was another field on the other side of the road that was freshly tilled, freshly fertilized. It looked so good, brown, rich, loamy dirt. The carrot was saying, okay, this is what I'm looking for. And the carrot decided to investigate and find out what was there. And so the carrot wiggled himself out of the ground and hopped over to the across the road and planted himself in the new new farm, and was going, "Oh, yum, yum! This is so tasty. This is so delicious. This is the best ever." And why am I not seeing? I said show. Oh, show. That's what I need. Next level. And so the carrot was saying, "Oh, yum, yum, yum! Delicious, delicious! You know, absolutely loved this this new field." So he waved his fronds and called over his friends. Unless you want to, you know, go with a pun and say he called his fronds over, and he went ahead and started basically a new carrot migration as the carrots were going back and forth across the fields over and over and over until, of course, tragedy struck. One of the carrots was walking across the field and got hit by a truck, and sadly just massively trashed with the truck. So the carrots ran together and, you know, grabbed him and rushed him off really, really quickly to the carrot doctor, where the surgeons worked with him for hours and hours. And then they decided to you know, stitch this and reattach that, and finally, after multiple hours, the surgeon comes out and talks to the waiting family and gives them the news. Says, "You know, I've got good news and bad news about your son. The good news is that your son will live. The bad news is that he's going to be a vegetable the rest of his life."
Yeah, it doesn't get any better when you tell it again.
I don't know if you heard Mrs. the Duck Farmer. She said, "Yeah, it doesn't get any better when you tell it again." She's heard this one before. She's going, "Oh." Oh, it's funny. It's funny. Oh, yes, of course I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. Whoops. Didn't want that way down there.
I'm here to be annoying.
Yeah, Brad says, you know, people like to say that the grass is greener on the other side. Experience tells me that I'm just going to have to mow more often. Very true, very true. Okay, now this is where I have to be cautious, because if I build too much, mobs can spawn on the opposite side, and it is now night. Talking Schematica here, let's turn off the F7 here. This right here tells me it's the wrong block. These are all slabs, and these along here were full blocks. And this must have been a slab. This ice right here, that's where I'm going to put a water, and that will all funnel into this, which will push the mobs down into there. So that's the plan for this structure here. So it's punny. Well, puns can be funny too. They're not always funny, but they can be. Of course, you know, a good pun is its own reword. So, all right, I will stop with that for now. Maybe. I do like puns. Mrs. the Duck Farmer says that, you know, puns can be fun, but cheese can be fondue. So we have puns flying fast and furiously through this household. I think it's mostly a survival mechanism for her, because otherwise, you know, she would just sit there and groan and be in pain from all the really bad puns I tell. Put torches in the water spots. That would be a very good idea. In fact, let's do that, or right now. Actually, let's F7 turn on the lights. Unfortunately, I only have right now 3 torches. Oh, that's why it's wrong. I can see that that's a slab when it needs to be a full block. That's why that's wrong. I don't want a slab there. Full block. Yay! Now that's right. Yeah, unfortunately, I should... Next time it's day, I'm going to go ahead and get me a bunch more torches. Just because it's going to be nice to stop the mobs from spawning up at this point. Once the water's flowing in here, then it's much less of an issue. But yeah, it can still be an issue. As you can see, it's 24 blocks and mobs will spawn. I think this will be wide enough that mobs will spawn. which will ruin my whole day if it's a anything pretty much, because they can knock me over the edge, but a skeleton will shoot me over the edge very quickly, and that would make me feel sad. I would have a sad. Many sads. There we go. So I'm putting solid blocks in just where the water is going to be, just to kind of stop stuff. And are you another? Yeah, you're another slab. You don't need to be a slab. You need to be a solid. Yes, I has a sad. There we go. Boink, doink. Place you there. All right, and then these middle, these are going to be waters. And fortunately, as you look at this thing, this is basically the structure for moving the mobs in, except this is a 3-wide water channel leading in, because the central drop shaft is a 3-wide. That makes spiders more likely to fall through. If it's a 2-wide, then they can grab on any wall, and that really is annoying. Yes, it's just very, very annoying. Then up above, there's going to be, in this square area, there's going to be 4 other of these funnel areas where they can spawn, and then the water in the same sort of structure will go ahead and funnel them down in. And I missed these guys. You go in. Alright. Full block, full block, full block. Oh, hey, I can build it off of that torch. Dink. Full block. Uh-oh. This is the duck farmer is throwing trivia questions at you. Yes, she's asking, you know, so what's interesting about today? T-Bear, oh, your day sucks. Well, that's terrible. Your day should be fantastic and wonderful.
Well, can't always help
But, yeah, can't help you with that. But, you know, at least you've got a stream you can watch and distract you from the terrible. You know, unless you're looking at the stream and go, man, this is terrible. This is why my day is so terrible. You're just causing more pain. And if that's the case, then I apologize right now.
It's all the puns.
Well, you know, I've got more puns.
I'm sure you do.
I do. Today is not the day that I rub Mrs. the duck farmer's feet.
Well, I don't know, that sounds pretty good to me.
Although, you know, that could be done, but it is not the foot rubbing day. That tends to be me. I get the foot rubs because Mrs. the duck farmer loves me more.
Is that how it works?
Isn't that how it works?
I don't know. That doesn't sound right to me.
I don't know. It works great that way.
I know where you sleep, buddy.
So do I. No, there's something special and stuff. Minagus says, I just learned a new thing. Put torch instead of a wooden block or obsidian. Yes, if you're going to build off of, a torch is a fantastic thing to build off of. The other thing, if you've got Draconic Evolution, is you can also use the P command to place something. Well, assuming you've got it bounded to P, you can place an item in the world and then build off of that too. And mine is bound to the Grave key, so it's not P, which I think is set up by default as to be the key. Alrighty, so there is all done, and you know, I think I will actually go ahead and start some water flowing here. Let's see, I need a torch up here. Yes, this is the duck farmer has given away the secret. It is our anniversary. We have been married a plethora of years so far. Yes, a plethora. And
Did you say you have a plethora of piñatas?
I would say I have a plethora of piñatas. Oh, now it needs the update. Block update time. Block update time. Alright, so now I can start putting, let's see, no. Shift. Shift. So, we can go there. Do I not have, why did you not, oh. I keep forgetting I need to actually shift and then pull it up. All right. Yeah. Yes. We will head off and do some yummy food comestibilities, possibly 2 today. But stream's happening first, because priorities. It's important to stream with you guys. Also because I wanted to have this kick off and get my mob farm running. And I want torches up here now. I think I can turn off Schematica for right now. But you can see, oh, you can't see over there. There, we got to put a water right there. There, and there, and there. I can refill. I said we can refill. I said we can refill. There we go. Come on, refill. Refill. There we go. See, it seems like it's having really a hard time from this middle stream. I find with this dropper, I've got to go through and place it in shift. There we go. I've got to place it or suck it from the bottom if I want to suck the water back up. Place. Nope. Yep, it did. One more. There we go. Yes, we'll I do not want to fall down. We will figure out what is going on later, as far as who rubs whom's feet.
No, I think I rubbed yours last night. So.
Yes, you did, because you love me most.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, isn't that how it works?
I don't know. It sounds good to me.
All right, let's go ahead and chop all these up. Now that I've got water up here, I don't need this here anymore. I just don't want to be carried away in this stream, on the stream. There we go. And one more. Alrighty, so you can see how everything here pushes everything towards the center, which is fantastic. So I do like that. But yeah, I need a whole lot more torches at this point. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And oh yeah, I kept saying, how am I gonna get back home? I can do it this way. Yay! All right, let's grab. Did you see what I had right here? Because I'm nuts, I have charcoal with me, and I can't see what I'm doing. So, okay. Yes, I am fantastic in my abilities to derp. So I think that's 2 for major derpageness. Well, that's the majorest of all the derpagenesses so far. The one thing I do like, well, I'm kind of liking the change in color. I do like this acacia. It's very warm, the orange, but it's way too orange for me. But I am kind of liking this big stack of dark oak. I won't lie. I think this is really cool looking here. So, all right. So, I need to get up there. So let's do this. Of course she is in charge. I always understand that the right person needs to be in charge, and she's the right person, so she's in charge. And that's how it works. One more, just to be on the safe side. And now I can get back down here. Yay! All right. Now, these are going to be walls here, so I really just need some torches. Let's go ahead and make some torches. Oh, cup of coffee. I have a cup of coffee here since I see I need some food. I don't have any food on me, but I had rabbits way back over there, and they were dropping cups of coffee every so often. And oh, I've got speed. The caffeine is kicking in. Woo! Wee! Alrighty, so let's go ahead and bump up the layer. +1. Let's show. And I'm going to have to be very careful. I wanted these torches over one, so let's do that. Because this level doesn't need to be lit up, or does need to be lit up, so that mobs don't go wandering by, because that would be bad. You do not go here. You do not exist. You do not exist. But you exist right there. And I think the next layer will actually stop that from being a light issue, but I think we'll go ahead and just, that does stop that. Okay. Oh, but then we have a light over here, so that's why. There's going to be a block above here that will stop that from being a spawn spot. Whoa. Still 38 seconds for that speed, because, oh man, let me tell you, is that really fast. You, and then you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and then you. Alright, and let's put down a few torches to stop some spawns, just because. More spawns would be bad. Building over the void is useful in that I could just toss stuff away and it just disappears, and you know, yay. Ah, whew. The speed is off. Yep, it's off. Man, that really, really disturbing, you know, jumping over the void like this. All right. What you've got this shape here, this kind of snowflake shape where all the mobs can spawn. There's going to be 4 of them centered, you know, above here on the corner, and so they're gonna all funnel down to a central drop shaft like this, except it'll be a 2x2. It'll center down here, come along, and then pour along through here, where they get dropped off into there. So that's the plan, the overall plan of how this will work. And I am really glad to have Schematica doing it this time, because the first time I built it, I had no such thing. I was constantly, you know, pausing the game and taking a look and say, okay, what do I need? What do I need? Where do I need it? Was it 3 or 2? The guy said, and then realizing it was 3, and I put 2, and now I've got to change everything. So much fun. Daniel, I think it may be, it's either Quark or inventory tweaks, and one of them, there was a message that Thor had turned one of them off on the server, which means that client-wise people can turn it off if they want. Whoops. Yeah, just to be persnickety, I want not to have extra blocks anywhere. So people can turn it off locally for their client. I just need to find where the config file is and get rid of it, because while I kind of like it, in other places it's really, really annoying. One of the things that I did where I said I kind of liked it was on my cobble gen. I went through and set up my attack or my break block key to be K, and then stood there with like 4 cobble picks in my inventory and said, go. Wait a second. Oh, no. I was looking at this and saying, it's the wrong color. This is acacia and that's dark oak. No, it's because of the Schematica is changing the color there. So, for a second, I almost had a bad thought of that. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and go up a layer. Show. So this is where we are making the channel here. That's all we need there. Doink, gidink, gidink. Ooh, Phil has gotten diamonds. Very nice for Phil. There we go. So you can see how the channel, they land in here, and there'll be just one block where that torch is right now of water, and that will push it through here. There we go. Yeah, you can see down here there's no longer an issue because this overhang. All right. Ooh. Top right of the player inventory, top right, this one, auto refill off. Yay! That I think is the client side, because Thor was saying that he had turned that off and it was still happening to him because there was a server side piece and it didn't give me more stacks. Yay! All right, perfect, perfect. Then there was something else, but oh, he showed it on cam. The other thing that I saw was he was mentioning something about a client side or a server side script that was changed for that too. All right, let's go plunk. Plunk. There we go. Well, I don't know if server side takes precedence, because it would make sense that server side, if you say, you know, yes, you will do this, that the client can't say, no, I won't. But I could see, depending on how it's written, a client, you know, server say, no, we won't do inventory, you know, auto stacking. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, now I gotta get over to that side and not fall through. Oh, no, I can get through here. Alright, I think I'm missing some of the chat while messing up there. Is this schematic available someplace for public download? Right now, no. I can post it afterwards. But if you do a search for X, let's see. He spells it all in uppercase. I-V-I-E X. I think it's double X. That's the guy's. You can search for that on YouTube. X is how he pronounces it, and he did it with his friend Big Burr, and on the Xbox, and it's years and years and years old. But one of the things that his does, which mine does not, is it's got setups here to put a lava blade in place. So as the mobs come down, they run along here, they can hit a lava blade, and then all their items drop down, and then they pour on down, and you can collect them there. Or you can throw a switch from down below, it turns off the lava blade with pistons, and then the mobs come down, they hit this stream, they fall down, they hit that stream, they fall down. And he's done many tweaks with the whole process. Am I out? I am out. And it's an excellent vanilla one, because it uses, particularly with this where I'm not using any pistons or any lava, it's redstone free. Because I think I have one piece of redstone I got off of a witch, and that's it. And I would definitely like to have a lot more redstone. If I had a ton of redstone, I would do a different mob farm, which would actually be a whole lot better as far as, I think it would be faster in producing the mobs, because this one, I have to wait for them to actually move. So if a mob spawned right there, I would have to wait for them to move into one of these water paths, and then they would come down to me. Otherwise, you know, nothing happens, and that would not work so well. And that's, you know, if I really need gobs and gobs of resources later, I can do that. But there we go. There's that floor done. All right, next layer. These are all up at 1. So at this point, you should be able to see the channel coming in much easier. But yes, remind me if you don't see it there to make sure that I post this Schematica so that people can download if they want to take a look at it. Missed a line of blocks in the last section on the lower level. All right, I did. Wow, I didn't want to fall in there. Okay, let's drop a layer. Oh, yep. I certainly did. Good eyes, good eyes. This is, I would have spotted it when I came back, because this is where the mobs get pushed along. This too wide here is where they push along, and then they drop into this, and then they get pushed along there. So I would have spotted it when I came back, but yay, now I don't have to worry about it now. And that's one of the nice things, is the blue tells you that there's nothing there. That reddish purple color tells you you've got a block in there that's wrong. So thank you, Ruby, for catching me on that. So here's the one trough going down over there. Actually, I think at this point I can get rid of torches and put some water in there. I don't yet. Mainly because that I need the no, I need access to a source block, and I don't have an easy way up now. Once I have a couple layers here in place, that will stop me from getting back up. But I will definitely fix that. Up layer, here's where we go. So 2 source blocks there, but I really need 3. But the thing that I find interesting is that this doesn't look terrible from down below. You know, I've seen other mob farms that look absolutely horrendous, but this one is not too bad. I think partially because I went with the mixture of slabs and full blocks. The slabs help kind of show off this kind of snowflakey water design, and I think that helps make it look good. Let's put those there. You can go away. Alrighty. Alrighty. So this is where I would be happy, you know, if there were people on the server that could jump over and help build this, because it's so very, very repetitive. I have no problem with that, except the fun thing with the Skyblock is being able to visit other people's islands, but you visit them in spectator mode, so you can't see, you know, well, you can't interact with the people that way. But occasionally, when I'm playing on the server and I see somebody die a whole bunch of times, I'll zip over there real quick and see what's going on and say, oh, there's another skeleton that just spawned, you know, behind that place that you can't see. But as soon as you get there, he'll notice you and come walk around the corner and shoot you in the head again, which is not much fun. Dang those skeletons. Alrighty. It does seem weird looking down and it's night and I can see the sun down there. That just seems weird. Alrighty. You realize that there were a bunch of people who we shall say were mentally challenged in, to say it nicely, and they decided that they were going to make a trip to the sun to harvest some resources there, but the question came up of, well, how do we get there and avoid all the heat? Because you get too close to the sun, we're talking about, you know, huge amount of temperature, and it'll melt the spaceship so very fast. And then eventually they decided the best plan of attack was go at night. Yeah, these are the jokes. They don't get any better. Sorry. So at this point, you should really be able to see the path where the mobs are going to flow through. And they should be, if I've done my job right, they should be 3 tall everywhere. So Endermen should be possible when I get rid of the water streams. Oh, stop falling in there. Almost all of these places where I've got an extra block, they're going to be needed for the next layer, so I don't care. I don't see the need to pick them up. See, like right there. Alright, I'm sure you guys have better jokes than my jokes, because all I get is groans and eye rolls from Niece the Duck Farmer and Mrs. the Duck Farmer. Of course, Mrs. the Duck Farmer has heard all my jokes before, and so she at this point is going, that one again. Whoa! Almost went over the edge there. So, I'm sure you have some good jokes of your own. There we go. Done. I think... No, we need to go up another layer because we need to have 3 high. There's 3 high there. Yep. Now technically I could have done these with like all top slabs and saved even more resources. And for a lot of this area down here, lights don't matter because this really isn't, you know, I could take that off and make this a mob spawning floor, but this isn't intended really to be a mob spawning floor. This is more of a floor for telling whether or not you wanted things to have the lava blade on or off, and being able to come back in and edit and work with those. But I could turn the lights off. I think I will be a little bit too close. When I counted, the top floor where the mob spawn will be 24 blocks away from where I will AFK, and that's the sweet spot where the mobs will start spawning. But they should be mostly within 32 or 36. I can't remember which the magic number is that allows mobs to move about, because this needs movement of them. Okay. You know, Ruby's thinking that, you know, maybe there are some people who actually think the idea of harvesting the sun at night is a good idea. You know, I have come to realize that what should be just common sense isn't always that common. And, you know, oh well. I play with that a little bit when I do the Today in History series on Discord, because I'll sit there and take something that should be well known and then play with it a little bit just to be silly. For example, when I was talking about Herschel, who was the guy that discovered Uranus, and he discovered a whole bunch of the moons on there, and I added the fact that, you know, even though he was German by birth, which he was, he see, those are full blocks, those are full blocks. Even though he was German by birth, he became a member of the British, the British nation, whatever. He became a British citizen later in life. And so I mentioned the fact that there were flags on. Even today, you can find flags on the two moons that he discovered. It's like I'm trying to remember the name of the moons. It's an M moon, Minus or Minius. I can't remember. Anyway, there's flags there from where his expedition discovered them and planted the British flags there. Well, no, there are no flags on any of the moons of Uranus because nobody's been there yet. But I just wonder if people are going, oh, hey, maybe that's the case. I don't know. I have no idea. All right, so here's where the bottom snowflake design is starting to come into play. There we go. But I also like having fun with those today in history things. Oh, didn't need more piece there. And if anybody reads one of those and goes, huh? You can always ask me and I can explain a little bit more about them. Some of them are, they have pop culture references, like, the whole joke about Uranus. People say, no, it should be pronounced Uranus because then it doesn't sound like Uranus. But no, the correct pronunciation has always been Uranus, not Uranus, although I've said it both ways, because of the terrible joke that people say. And so the Futurama, had said that in 2260, the scientists were sick and tired of the jokes about Uranus, that they decided to change the name of the planet to Eurectum. And that's the joke. All right, so there's this snowflake done. Those are all slabs. This is not. Yeah, I think these are, yeah, I can just barely see that they're half slabs. It's really hard to see in this light, but yeah, there we go. I wanted to, if they were the Endermen in here, if they were jumping up and down, it would give them a little bit more wiggle room, so to speak, to let them get through. Enderman? But there will, if any Endermen do spawn in here, they're going to instantly teleport away if they hit the water.
They get a song.
You got a song?
Enderman, Enderman, friendly neighborhood Enderman. That's about all the song I can do.
Well, I like it. I thought it was nice.
It was groovy, huh?
Yeah, it was very groovy. And today, everything you say is groovy, so,
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. You get a free pass on everything.
Woot. I'm going to misuse this for my own purposes.
I'm in trouble.
That's right.
There we go. And there's one here. So having the guideline makes this so much easier. Because holy cow, would this take forever in 5 days, which it has for me on my vanilla world when I did that. One of the things I did to give me an AFK spot, since I built this really close up to build height, I went ahead and put a rail line running around the whole mob area, so I could just sit on the rail in my minecart and AFK there, and that kept everything within that magical 32 or 36 blocks, and that everything went flying, came pouring on down. And since it was up at close to build height, it wasn't super close to build height, but it was fairly high up. Nothing survived falling down, but just in case something did, the stinking zombies with their feather falling boots, or the skeletons with their feather falling boots, I put a bunch of golems down at the bottom of the 3x3 shaft. So anything that survived, they just got pounded by the golems. And it worked out very, very nicely. Had hoppers underneath that, sucking everything into the main storage area. Worked like a champ. There we go. Alright, so you are slabs over here. And I need more slabs. Yes, more slabs. Stop that. Yeah, let's put tools closer to there. Alrighty. So now we need big blocks over here. So in the U.S., it's going to be Labor Day tomorrow. No, Monday. Today's Saturday. Tomorrow's Sunday. It's going to be Labor Day. I keep thinking it's going to be Memorial Day because I keep mixing up Memorial Day and Memorial Day is in May and Labor Day is in September. And so I will have the day off from work. So yay! And still have no idea what I'm going to be doing.
We're gonna grill.
I hear that we are going to grill. What are we grilling?
I don't know. We have some steaks from your folks.
Ooh. I think all we have left are the pork chops.
That could be. I'll check.
Yep.
But we should grill. 'Cause
Yes.
It's too hot to cook anything.
I think we should grill some Malaysian satay.
Oh, that'd be good.
I think that would be absolutely delicious.
You'd hear no complaints from me if that's what we did.
All right, so I will do that. Means we need to get some chicken and stuff like that, and
Make peanut sauce.
peanut sauce, and yum 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 yum.
Oh.
If you've never had satay, I encountered it in Singapore, but a lot of the Singaporean food is Malaysian based because it's right at the tip of Malaysia, and Singapore came off of Malaysia. It was founded out of Malaysia, and so a big chunk of the population are Malay. There's a big number of people who are Indian as well as ethnic Chinese, because there's tons of the whole straits there have a ton of ethnic Chinese in the area. So the official languages for Singapore, they had four. They had English and Chinese, Mandarin. They also had Tamil, which is an Indian language, and Malaysian. Malay. So those were the official languages, and you shouldn't be there. And so everything done by the government or on the TV or stuff like that had to be in all four of those languages. And the TV was interesting because you'd watch a commercial and it would be like some, dish soap for washing clothes or dishes or something like that. And you'd have these actors, and they're all singing in Malay and saying stuff about how cheap it is, and hey, look, no ring around the collar anymore, or whatever the stuff is that they were shilling. And then 5 minutes later, you'd get the same commercial with the same actors, but this time speaking English, or maybe they'd be speaking Chinese, or they would start speaking Tamil. And I was sitting there going, one, these guys know a lot of languages, and two, it was really funny hearing the exact same things, and they're doing the exact same acting, but now it's in a different language. And I was just sitting there going, okay, this is just interesting. That not something that I was at all used to, being in the States. Living in Germany or Mexico, everything was in German or in Spanish. So that made complete sense to me. I didn't see anything wrong with that. So let's go up a layer. All right, so here's where I am wondering why Huh. Because I use half slabs here. This would be, the outside is going to be a full slab. But I'm sitting here going, did I really use half slabs or did I use full slabs here? No, I think I used half slabs. That looks like full slabs, and then the interior piece would be half slabs again. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's going to be, let's put down a torch, because then I can build off the torch. I need another torch.
Alright, hon, I go to run errands.
You're going to run errands?
Yep.
Alrighty, you do that.
I'll do.
You do that a whole bunch.
Oh yeah, whole lot.
Yes, you do all the errands.
Nah, just some.
Some of the errands?
Just some
all right.
errands.
Some errands.
Yeah.
Some errands will work.
Alright.
Alright. Bye, sweetie.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
Yep.
Yay! She's really neat. She's a keeper. Alright. Let's make a bunch more torches, because I'm going to need a bunch of torches around here, because this will be big enough that I'm going to need to stop things from spawning in a distance. Yeah, I can see it right now. I want to stop them spawning before it gets too night. There. Alright, let's turn this off so I can see where I'm going right now. Alright, lights, 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 lights. The bad news is this means I have to come by through afterwards and get rid of all these. But when I put up walls where these pieces are, like here, there's going to be walls there, so that'll stop that. Ah, good. Okay, no more X's. Okay, good. I was afraid for a second. Bye. Oh nope, got that one. Yay. So there'll be walls here. All right, but you can see from, if we come back, you can see the beginning of the four smaller snowflake patterns where the water is going to be shoving all the mobs in. All right, let's turn that back on. Okay, and so you want solid blocks here, solid blocks there, there, and then off of here. Yeah, Brad, you have a very good point. Although with this, these show me where the water is, and I'm not too worried about the torches that are sitting here in the middle of the floor, because as soon as I put the water in here and update them, it's just going to flush them all down to the bottom, and I probably won't be down there in time to catch them all. But that's okay. Torches are cheap. I can make plenty more torches, and that's not a problem. But I do want to have things lit up. Here's something. I don't know if you can see it on the stream. I've got a slab here, a top slab, and this is a bottom slab. And if I chop it down for a split second, it looks like the bottom slab isn't there, and then it comes back. Nope. I didn't see it that time, but sometimes I see that, and when I'm over the void, oh, it's really, really scary. And I must have done full slabs, or full blocks for all of these. So, okay, full blocks it is. I think that's it for... Oh, I think I decided I wanted the full blocks just because of the look. It looked kind of weird having that extra shape down below. So we'll put the full blocks in. Oh, Brad's saying it happens more when you have a bottom slab and then you put a top slab. Well, let's try that. So we got a bottom slab, top slab, and if I chop this top one, yeah, for a split second that bottom slab wasn't there visually, and you know I sit there and look at that and go scary. There's nothing below me. I'm gonna fall. Oh, okay, it appeared and I didn't fall. But yeah, it is very disconcerting when I see that. Why did you not have a torch right there? You're supposed to have a torch. We are, I would say, about 80% done. I just need to lay out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more layers, I think. The top layer is just slabs, just to stop spawning. And I want to make sure that that is handled nicely, because there shall be no spawns before their time. Hence all these lights. Stick that there for now. I'm really thinking that once I can get the vector plates working, I could vector plate all the floors, which, you know, with enough iron and whatnot, but all I really need to do is just vector plate this area where the water goes. Hey, Melons, welcome to the stream. Howdy, howdy. I think that will make things much faster, and again, Enderman would be good to get, because I have one at this point, one Ender Pearl and one heart, which will get me another it will get me a 3 more or 4 more, I can't remember. I think 3 more Ender Pearls from that heart, the nebulous heart. But I don't want to use that right away if I can avoid that. Alright, so you're done. And then dink. Fans. Fans would be an interesting idea. Alright, fans. Oh, these fans from the mob find fans. That would definitely work. That would definitely work. No Botania in the pack, because that would work. But let's see, this, you know, stone slabs, iron, redstone, that would definitely work. And the benefit of that means being able to push from, you know, any place in. So that's definitely a good possibility. And all right, this is twice now mentioning Ender Pearl or Ender Lilies. Ender Lilies. So found in dungeon chests. So the question is, how can I make one of these? You know, if I can find one someplace or make it, then I can sit there and definitely use that from then on. I think that would be fantastic, because if they accept bone meal, and some things in the mod pack do accept bone meal, then holy cow, that's so much faster than it is to go through and just wait for time to tick, because, you know, yawn, that takes forever. That lights that up. That way we need it. Put some of those around, stop a few more of these spots. There we go. You can get one from breaking glass. Is Botania in the server pack? It does... But no, so it doesn't look like Botania is in the pack. Not the full Botania stuff. We've got Binny's Botany. So yeah, I didn't recall seeing anything in stuff that I read about Botania actually being in the pack. Which is a shame, because there's a lot of really fun stuff you can do with Botania. And the way this walks you through, you know, you need to do this, you need to do that, you want to get these things set up in this way, is fun, because it means you've got to explore some of these packs, or these mods a lot more. But I don't recall seeing anything in there for Botania. Oh, and I'm seeing some yellows down there. Huh. Well, they may, if anything spawns up here, it should hopefully flush its way down. Now, I've broken a bunch of grass up to this point, but I've yet to have any ender lily seeds, but I would assume that they're really, really rare, and I just need to break a whole bunch more grass. So I can do that. I had several people mention, both in the Discord chat as well as in my last video, that you can vein mine grown grass. And I was going, oh, that would make it so much easier. So that's definitely a good idea. Keep that in mind next time I bone meal some grass. You make a good point there, Brad, that Ender Lily Seeds is a extra utilities 2 thing. And so, unless it's been changed, which is possible, this mod pack has a lot of things changed. But if it's still, you know, just the kind of standard extra utilities 2 stuff, then yes, should be able to get it. Just rarely. On the, where was it? The Age of Engineering server, I did a huge amount of grass destroying, probably close to 12, 16 chunks worth of grass that I cleared off, and I think I got a seed from all of that. So either I was extremely unlucky, or the random generator is just really, really low, and I think it's supposed to be super, super low. But if in this pack, if we can bone meal it and it instantly grows, then yes, that's my solution for ender pearls right there. But this is fun too. And you know, it's a mob farm. Everybody should just build mob farms, because mob farms are fun. And this is, you know, it's definitely an old school mod farm, but since I don't have any redstone, well, I have, I think, 1 piece of redstone, I definitely want to go with this. And it can be upgraded. I tend to, if I'm going to make mob farms, do stuff that can upgrade, just because you do want to make sure that you have some future life available. Or you say, I'm going to make a quick, dirty mob farm like the first one I did way over there. It's just a quick and dirty mob farm. Didn't need to do much, just provide some of the initial basics. And I do like that in this pack, zombie flesh actually has a purpose. You want to have lots of rotten flesh. I think that's an excellent idea. So. Something that I've pondered doing is going through maybe 2 or 3 mods that that complement each other nicely, and see about building a world out of just those mods. So like say Botania and another magic mod, and just say, you know, let's see how these 2 magic mods interact together, and just go really in depth, you know, build everything that exists in that mod. I think that would be kind of fun to do. I know with a lot of mods, I just kind of rip through the beginning level stuff and go, you know, I only want this tool and I don't care about anything else, and so I ignore all the rest of the stuff. But I think it would be kind of fun. I think it would be fun to dig that deep. This, if I need great galloping gobs of mob drops and I need to keep track of them, then this area needs to have a storage area set up. Brad's mentioning the you know, having diamond spikes. If I have lots and lots of diamonds, I could sit there and use those, because then you get player drops. I don't think the diamond spikes, I think only the gold spikes. Let's go back and look at spikes because they've changed. So half a heart, this will kill, that will kill, this will kill with experience, and that does the player only drops. Oh, a creative spikes. Oh, yeah, I'm not getting any of those. But yeah, this one's not all that expensive. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 diamonds would go ahead and give me the diamond spikes. And then, you know, blazes, if they were to spawn in here, would drop me their powders and whatnots. Because I think even in this pack that you know, if you kill a blaze with some sort of trap, you know, pistons or whatnot, it drops nothing. That's the standard mechanic for blazes. Food Dog, sorry you can't watch. Hopefully you can get a faster Wi-Fi. That would certainly speed things up and make things better. Have you tried reducing the size of the stream? I've done that sometimes when my internet's been very, very slow, or the people were streaming something in super high bit rates. I'm trying to remember if I think immersive engineering is in the pack. Yeah. Yep. We got a whole bunch of that. So you're saying the garden, the little garden cloche. Let's see. That's just greenhouse glass, treated wood planks, a farmer from Actually Editions. Yeah, I can see there's a flux-infused sickle. I can see the rabbit hole kicking in right now. Iron casings, sturdy casings. This thing, vacuum tube. Need to make it at the engineer's workbench. So some glass, some wire, some redstone will get you 3 vacuum tubes. Greenhouse glass. So looks like just any sort of glass, some empowered palace crystals and saplings. Let's see what we need for the empowering. Blue dye, yarn balls, cobalt, and stardust. So this is some shard of something, and the stardust is star metal ore. Oh man, that's that is quite the dark black hole of crafting goodness. Well, Food Dog, at least you're on vacation, which is nice. But maybe if you can reduce the size of the stream, because I know you can do that with regular YouTube videos, and you can sit there and say, I want it to be, you know, instead of the 17, you know, 700 by whatever, it's 400 and whatnot. I don't know. Yeah, that's a ton of work. As Melon says, yeah, that's a ton of work for, frankly, they are really, really cool, but holy cow, that's a lot of work for it. There we go. Hey, Daniel's back. Yay, welcome back. Hi there, Skeleton Slasher. Glad to see you in the stream. There we go. Oh, you know, I've been working on this layer for what feels like forever now, but this is one of the biggest layers because it's got all this floor that needs to be filled in. The good news is once this layer is done, it's just walls from here on out. and then the roof. Okay, the roof is going to be a lot of stuff there because the slabs. However, before I put the roof in place, I will want to make sure that all the water is in place all over, and then I can take out all the torches and start working on the roof. Probably best to do that when it's morning, because otherwise I could see a whole bunch of mobs kicking in and causing problems. Oh, and I still don't have the lava blade in place for the spiders. Stop building on top. Glad to hear that you've been enjoying the series. It's been a while since I've done a skyblock, and skyblocks are fun. They're that interesting challenge. One of the things I do like when I have trash stuff is I just pitch it over the side. I love being able to get rid of inventory that way. One more. I do like that. I like that a lot. I would be a terrible person if I actually lived in the void, because my garbage would just flush out and away it would go. You know, but nobody would care because there'd be nobody below it because it's the void. And we're done. Two days of holidays, a 2-week vacation. That is really, really nice. The Wi-Fi is better at night when people aren't using it. So yeah, you getting to download it. That certainly works. Something that I've noticed with Netflix is it now has an option to download the video. And that must have popped out very recently, because I was looking at that and going, oh hey, I could watch stuff on the bus as I'm commuting back and forth to work that way. I like that idea. I haven't done it yet. I haven't found anything that I want to download yet, but I'm thinking that is very cool. And I'm wondering how many people's bandwidth are just getting, you know, socked massively by downloading tons of stuff. I don't know. It'll be interesting. All right, we're down to the final quarter of these. All right, that's good. All right. Whoops, I didn't want to put that there. What do I think of this pack so far, Food Dog? I have been enjoying this pack. I really have. I think one of the things that's my #1 thing I like is this. Coming in, I hit G, and this has information on how to do everything. That I think is fantastic. So if we're talking about, you know, the end, you know, things you need, and then here's the multi-block setup that you need. I love getting in-game descriptions and tutorials and helps, and rather than saying go check my wiki out on some web page, I want it to be in-game. Partially as a YouTube creator, I want to be able to read stuff with you or look things up with you. I find that to be a whole lot more interesting than reading it off afterwards and say, oh yeah, I read this wiki and the wiki says that, you know, blah blah blah. That's not nearly as good as being able to do it in game, and that tells me that the Modpack author spent some serious time really thinking about what needed to be done, you know, how to make all these different mods interact. I like it when people have put some serious thought into what they create. You know, sometimes I'm guilty of saying, well, I'm just going to do something mindless here, but you know, sometimes I really like to put some serious thought into what's going to happen first. And I keep placing blocks on top of blocks. Let's shove that up there. I wish all Modpack creators would put as much detail in as this series has. Oops, we've got an X over here. Let's move you there. Yep. that'll work. Still no X's. All right. There we go. So close to being done with this layer. So close. I would say this is the hardest layer to do, just because there is so much of it. A lot of the other layers, they're complicated because they need to be exactly where, you know, where they should be. But this one actually is fairly easy to lay out, but there's just so much. Well, Food Dog, if you make some really good packs, you know, then people will love to play them. You know, I'm interested in stuff that requires a little extra thought. This one requires extra thought in that you need to really you really need to read the guide and figure out, okay, how are these things all hooking together, which I think is loads of fun. You know, there's something to be said about just having a pack where you just jump in and do work, and you're not really worrying about resources. You've got pretty much all the resources that you need, and you just make it happen. You can just, at that point, you can build. Seems to be that some people think that if all you want to do is just build, you build it in creative, and others are saying no, you can definitely build in you know, in survival, you know, or survival should be more about mod interactions and, you know, expert mode sort of stuff. I don't know. I've seen both, and I kind of like the idea of building big. You know, like this. This is building big. It's not super complicated, but it is definitely building big. If I remember right, I've got that block behind me. Yes. Alright, we will stop spawns here. Since these are the walls. Oh, out of slabs. I really like the concept of expert mode packs, not just the, okay, we're going to make you grind super duper amounts, but hooking things together. You know, like we looked at this cloche here. You know, we've got this is immersive engineering, but it needs this immersive engineering piece, some actual addition pieces, more immersive engineering. Here's a farmer from actual additions, which is using you know, redstone arsenal in addition to all this stuff, which is using forestry. You know, I like that hooking together. I'm finding like that more and more. But yes, finding packs that there are mods that people haven't used gobs and gobs of. Yeah, I could see where that would be tough to find, because there are so many mods that people love to use and ignore all the other really good mods that are out there. There's lots of other good mods. Let's not back up when we're over a void. That would be bad. Alright, so you can see where now we get the dividing between these four different areas. And so I'm going to put in these walls, because if I walk around, I think all the way around, it's might be definitely far enough by over there that I wouldn't see everything. So that would be bad to have X's over there, and nobody wants mobs to spawn prematurely. Not me. This is where I'm missing having a builder's wand. That would make this really nice. I really appreciate people who are willing to build new mods. The whole working on on new software, I think is a fantastic vocation for people to work with. You know, the phrase "use at work a bunch" is, you know, well, let's just do it with software, because, you know, with with software, all things are possible. You know, it just means you got to sit there and actually write the code right, but you should be able to make a lot of the stuff that you need done. Thought I saw something move out the corner of my eye. So it should be very possible if people are saying, oh, I want to, let's come down here. People are saying, oh, I want to, you know, make this software that will X, Y, and Z. Okay, do it. Make it happen. All it takes is just, you know, writing the code to make that happen. Oh, and we hit the top there. A lot of the code work I do is just making sure that other people's code is working right, and so, you know, has it been written so that it's worldwide in scope, so that people can use it. Here, let's do this. So people can use it in different time zones, or different languages, or different code pages, and all the rest. You know, has been thought of in a global scape that way. I do wish that Java were not the language everything was written in. Just because the game would have a lot more performance if it were written with something other than Java. That's my main complaint for that. All right, there we have. Whoop, ran out of slabs. Make more slabs. Yeah, you're right that writing your own means that you're not spending time playing other people's, you know, packs. You're you know, it just sucks up so much of your time making that happen. Yeah, that definitely happens. All right, let's set up a water source over here. Do I have? Oh, I've got 3. Okay, perfect. Yeah, moving the entire Minecraft into C makes good sense. So let's do this. Nope, I need to go up one more. How many torches have I washed away? 2 looks like. I think code-wise, whatever you're most familiar with, that's the best language to write stuff in. You know, because that's what you're going to do the best with. So it makes sense to do it that way. Typically, when I need to write something, I will think about, okay, what needs to be done, and then only then will I start worrying about what language does it need to be in. Yeah, if it works right, Java can work very nicely. But part of the problem is, you know, the write once, run everywhere is not always true. I always say, you know, write once, update or test everywhere, and that tends to be a little bit more true. Let's get more water. This is where the chance of me encountering some sort of a bad mob is going to be much, much higher. William, hey, welcome to the stream, William. Do you use this pack with vanilla Minecraft, or do you have to use a launcher? I am using the Twitch launcher. You can get that at mods.curse.com, and that's where this pack is from. I've pretty much used all these modded Minecraft packs come with some sort of launcher of one sort or another, and so that's what I use. I actually do have a vanilla launcher, or vanilla one in the launcher, so that I can play that too, because that's fun. Yeah, I should make a few more extractors to make it simple. Wouldn't that make life great? If only they were not so really expensive to make, because that would, you know, that would make life so much easier. Hey, look, I got a second one. Howdy there, Infinity Craft, M-Bird. This water, actually, because it's all flowing, is not going to produce much of a lag. There is gonna be some processing that has to happen, but oh hey, Gamer Pros just subscribed. Thanks for the subscription. There's gonna be a little bit of a bit of client lag from having the water here, but it's not nearly as bad as where it's flowing and then going away. And if you've got droppers that are putting out water and it flows out, and then you retract the water and it stops, and you know, all of that is, I find, to be massive lag making. But just having the water streams right now, so once they're up and formed, then I don't see that to be that big of a lag producer, neither on the server or on the client. But yeah, flowing water is on the server going to produce some some lag. There is some tick that's going to happen. That's just the way it's going to go. There's no way around that. See, I clicked you. Come on, give me the water. Go. Yeah, it's the changing water that I find to make a major server lag. All right, so this one is done. I'm gonna wait until everything is done on the roof before I come back in here and take out all these torches and then start filling in the roof, hopefully during the day, because that would be really good. That would be smart. We'll see if I'm smart. So now I can access this from pretty much all the different spots. Alrighty, put you guys away. I need a lot more blocks. Alright. Yeah, water. Some of the physics in this place is really, really strange, but that's okay. It's just a remnant, a lingering remnant of the way the code was written in the first place. Plus, you know, you get some fun stuff. I watched and I'm drawing a blank. I really liked his mob farm that he showed off, and if I had the redstone resources, I would like it, because it would be a much faster farm. But because it's constantly updating water, that would be a lot more work on the server, and I was thinking that probably would not be all that nice for me to go through and hammer the server that much. You know, I want to play nicely on the server, and that's the other reason why I'll say it, but there's more people jumping on the streams. That's why I'm building this so far away from my main base. Anything that spawns in here should be more than 128 blocks away. and so anything that spawns in here in the dark just instantly despawns, and so it should be super fast and low ping, low server load. And if I want something, then I'll come over here, stand, and let it do its thing and generate those. So that's the plan. That's my way. If I had lots and lots of glowstone and redstone and stuff like that, I would set up lights in the ceiling, so I could just sit there and flip a switch and it would turn on lights on the ceiling and there would be no mob spawning. But I have, I think, 1 piece of glowstone and 1 piece of redstone. So there's not much that's going to be happening with either of those resources, with as little as I have of those. And I wish I had a lot of them, but because then I could do different stuff. But I don't, so I can't, so I gotta make do with what I have. Until somebody invents a better method of doing things. But this is my method. Wow, not you. Hey there, Matthew. Welcome to the stream. It's early for you. Good to see you there. How have you been doing there? Haven't seen you online in any of the servers for a while now. Hopefully you've been having loads of fun. One Piece. Too many episodes of One Piece. Of course, we had this discussion before. Alright, so now slabs. Not you. And now I need to make some more. Yep, those slabs. Let's see. You know, there's something to be said about a good long running series. Howdy there. Let's see, Nate's channel. So is it Nate? And so howdy there, Nate. There's something to be said about a really long running series, because you can really bite into the characters. You can have some great, you know, story arcs going on, and then there's sometimes where you look at it and you go, there's just too much because it's the same old thing. I like watching anime occasionally, and there was a series. It's a much older series now called Saint Tail. Yeah. Where you've got this young girl who, her dad is a magician, and she learned to follow in his footsteps, and she uses her powers to return stolen items to people. And the problem I have with the series is for the vast majority of it, it's just the exact same thing. It's just, okay, what got stolen? Okay, let's return it. She's going to do some miraculous miracle, you know, of magic to get it. And then there's this guy, you know, Oscar Jr., who is her age and in the class, doesn't know she's Saint Tail, and is constantly chasing after her. But it's the same story over and over and over and over and over again. I'm just going, boring. I want to see something where it changes. Oh, I recognize you, Nate. Good to see you there. It's boring when you have the same story over and over and over and over and over again. What I really like is when you have story arcs. I think one of the best examples of a well-done story arc is Babylon 5. It's 20 years old now, I think. Yeah, I think it was 97, something like that. So done in the 90s, and the computer animation is amazing. For as old as it is, it's still really fun to look at the computer animation that they've got there. You can definitely see in some places where it hasn't aged as well as it could have. But the main reason why I like that series is because of the story arc. You've got this world that things happen and stuff changes. people don't start off and remain the same type of person the whole way through the series. There are changes to the people. One guy that people were looking at the beginning, they were saying, "Oh, this guy is a clown. Get rid of this clown. It makes no sense. He's annoying." And then later you see him go through a tragic arc. And another guy that is incredibly violent, and you say, "Oh, this guy is just he's annoying," and then you realize he goes through his own arc, and it's a really, really well done series. And so if you haven't seen Babylon 5, and you should hunt it, it is really, really good. Finding it though is tough. I've got the DVDs for it. It's not on Netflix anywhere. I don't know if it's streamable anyplace. Drink time. The guy who wrote it, Joseph Michael Stravinsky, everybody calls him JMS. He actually pitched the idea to Paramount, who owns Star Trek, and said, "Hey, this is a story that could fit in your Star Trek universe, and why don't you think about including it? It would be really cool." And I've got some X's. I think I will put down a few more extra torches just to be on the safe side. But he pitched the idea to them and said, "Hey, this would be a really cool series. You would really like it." The other thing is, it has 5 seasons in it, and he had, from the very get-go, he had the plan of the story arc from the beginning. He wanted to tell it in 5 seasons. He kind of messed up on the 5th and 4th season, in that he ended up wrapping up the main story arc a little bit sooner than should have been done, but because they were talking about canceling his series. And so he was going, "Well, crap, if I don't have a 5th season because they're canceling my series, then I need to wrap up the story arc here in the 4th." And then at the last minute they said, "Okay, never mind, psych, you can have a 5th season as well." But yeah, it would have been much better. I think the 4th and 5th seasons would have been even better still. 5th season is eh, but the first 4 are really good. The first one, you're getting to know the people, getting used to the environment and what's going on, and so there's some hit and misses there. But starting with the 2nd season on, and the 3rd and 4th seasons are fantastic. Every episode is just wow, 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 and watching people change, things change. At one point, JMS said, "I'm going to kill off this entire race," which means all the actors that were set up in prosthetics, you throw them away. Well, not the actors, but the prosthetics. They're saying all the prosthetics for this entire race gone. And makes it a little expensive, but he's saying, yeah, things happen. People and entire races die out, and so it was very interesting. Anyway, he had pitched it to the Paramount people for Star Trek, and they were sitting there going, "Nah, I think we'll give it a miss, thanks." And then, because he was saying, "Hey, we've got this really cool idea. You've got this space station, which is next to these wormhole traffics, and it's diplomatic. People can come and go from all sorts of different areas. There's going to be this major fighting going on." And Paramount went, "Nah, we don't need that." And a little while later, they came up with a Star Trek series, about a space station that was next to a big wormhole, and there was this big fighting going on, with a bunch of different races. But totally new original idea. So yay Paramount. Yeah, I'm not bitter in any way. But yeah, I'm sure there was some lawyerly letters going back and forth of saying, this sounds mighty similar. But there are some great characters in there and some fantastic lines, and so my recommendation, definitely well worth finding and watching. But let's check the stream. I've been ignoring you while I've been building and chatting, blabbing and blabbing along, blah 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 blah. Alright, so never trust TV. Too many TV series I find are just the same old and boring. Some of them start off really interesting. I have come more and more to really like the shorter seasons, in that, you know, a 12-13 episode season I like more than a, you know, 22-24 episode season, just because I find you can tell the story more. So yeah, you have the dubious distinction of watching every Bab 5 episode and movie. I've watched I've got the movies on DVD. I haven't seen the spin-off, The Crusader. Yeah, that one I have not seen. But I've got all the Babylon 5 movies on another set, sitting there on my shelf. Every so often I grab it and watch it again, because it's really good. All right, so yeah, when you've got a whole bunch of numbers in your name, it gets really tough to pronounce your name. So let's see if I lag giver. There we go. Have to delete speak it into something I can read. Gotta pay attention because I'm giving myself grief here for water. All right, let's fill up with more water. Let's see, no. 12-hour flight on Monday, Food Dog. That does not sound like fun. Yeah, I'm not really finding I'm watching a huge amount of TV either. If I'm watching anything that's TV, it's off of Netflix or maybe sometimes Hulu, when it's at my desire, when I want to watch it. But I really am not watching much from any new series. That's what I'm finding. I gotta scroll up. Anyway, Food Dog, thanks for watching. Let you go. Thanks for your comments. That was great stuff. I'm sure I missed a few more things. Let's grab One Piece. Yeah, Babylon 5. Hard to find, I think, now. But Matthew's asking, what's the pink border around the torches? That is because of Schematica. I've got Schematica in place right now. Actually, I can turn that Schematica off. Hide. Because there's nothing really new I need to build. That helped me get all the right structure in place. But since I've got it all in place and I'm just putting up walls, I don't need that. And the pink just tells me it was the wrong block. All right, scroll. Yes. Different series are doing really well. Lawgiver from Judge Dredd. I will have to take a look, because I like Judge Dredd. I've read a bunch of the comics. Yeah, see, I like Lawgiver. So Lawgiver, yes, that is a Judge Dredd thing. I've got some of the comics, and I read a few more. But I kept one of the comics because I said, ooh, that would make a really good possible D&D session. So I keep things that give me a creative ideas, because you know, it's all about concealing your sources from people. So anyway, oh, Non, the Enderman will be a thing eventually, but for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Because if I get an ender pearl, like not ender pearl, but a ender lily, then I'm good to go. I can have all the mobs I want. Oh, and mob drops. Anyway, welcome to the stream there, Non. How you doing? We've got a holiday coming in. Do you have any plans? That's Schematica. I will... Here, let me put down a note right here to put a link in my description when it goes, because I will post this tomorrow. I will go ahead and put the Schematica link to the Schematica mod, and also this mob tower. I will put a link in there. Schematica. All right, and so if I remember to read my note, then I will put it there. I find it's really handy. Oh, here, I'll do 30 seconds. Well, I'll do a quick mod spotlight of Schematica. Here. Welcome to the Schematica Mob Spotlight. Okay, so the keys that there are 3 keys that you use. They're all in the numpad. The slash, the asterisk, and the minus. So the slash allows you to load a specific schematic file, and you can actually open up the schematic file, and that would open up the stuff there. The asterisk allows you to specify 2 points, a red point and a blue point, and then you give it a name, and it will save whatever's in that area. It's a client-side mod, as Matthew is pointing out. And then once you have one loaded, then the minus key brings it up. You can move the schematic around. You can. I'm doing layers right now. Here, let's show, so I can show off the different layers, or I could show the whole thing. But then it gets very messy. So I'm just doing layers in here. You can unload it. You can rotate it around. I do not know what these ups do. Printer, materials is really fun because it tells you what's left. And this was done in acacia wood, and I'm using dark oak, so it's fine. But let's done. But also the printer would allow things to just auto build. It takes, I think, these last 4 or 5 inventory slots, and it just moves stuff in there and builds stuff and places it. I kind of think that's slightly cheaty, so I tend not to use that. If I'm going to build something really quick, particularly for doing a test in single player world, I've got schematics for the blood magic altars, so I can sit there and just go thumpity thump, and it's all there. And because I've made blood magic altars so many times, I don't need to, go through the stress of making it over and over by hand. So that's why I find that to be very useful. So let's check up on. So there's your mini spotlight for Schematica, and I do like it, and it is allowed on these FDOG servers. The standard rule is if it's not Schematica or Optifine, if people need that, then no other, even client-side mods are allowed. So let's take a look at the thing. Let's see. Non's staying home for the vacation. Yep, we're doing the same thing. I find being home with the family is a fantastic thing. That's my preferred way of hanging out is with the family. Going visiting the family and hanging out with other people is great, but doing the family thing, I really do like that. All right, how much water? I've got some water. Let's grab you. All right, let's clear all these out. Oh. Welcome, thanks for the subscription. Let's see, Nod Trine Films. Hope I'm not mangling that too badly, but thank you. Yes, Brad, I agree. It can be extremely cheaty if you set something up, because it just builds everything for you. Although in creative mode, if you're doing something, it makes for very fast builds, because it just creatively it just gives you whatever you need. And away you go. That I think is fine. Alright, so there's that. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have enough on me. Alright, I'm trying to remember, Brad, was it you that said to make a second extractor to make things faster? Because that has been very nice. I'm very glad. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a weird name, but okay, I will say it's a weird name. Nod Trine. That's how I'm pronouncing it, but still, I do like that. All right, so yes, I do like having multiple of these extractors now. Alrighty, so you and you, and you and you, and you and you. Nope, you're empty. you, and you, and you. Now the question is, how much daylight? Let's see if we can make a whole bunch of slabs here real quick and get this one here covered up in time. Boom. Whole bunch of slabs. Oh, yes, yes. You are great. Thank you for reminding me. Let's do that interior stuff right now, because there are some interior waterways that still don't have any paths, so that doesn't need to be done. And if I think I'm gonna need 3 for each of the paths. Oh, give me the water there. Give me the waterway. Howdy there, Shadow Nither. Super Soaker out of 5. How much does that hold, Non? I've seen that. Let's see. Super Soaker. So, all right, Soaker. No, what are these squirt guns? Extractor. It's a extractor. This one right here. Extracts water in a 3x3 area. Well, the problem with that is that would get rid of my piece right there. But it doesn't tell me how much it holds, because placing down one by one, that would be 20 buckets. That's a whole bunch. That is a whole bunch. I wouldn't want to just suck up all my water right here. Done. You know, that would be a problem. Oh, hey, I need more water. So, logger, witches are not giving you any sugar. That's terrible. Yes, but the witches do love their sticks. They will give you lots and lots of sticks. Come on, suck up the water here. Why are you not sucking up the water? Why is none of this sucking up the water? I wonder if I've already timed out once on the server. I wonder if it's not updating because it's not. Oh, it does 3x3 leaves, but sucks up the individual water sources. That is very nice. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. I can make that easily enough. Now it's 4 or 5. 4, 5. Okay, so I need to make one more. I wonder if it will do it with the water or if it needs to be water free. Nope, it works. And it lost all the water. So, question, what am I going to do about spiders? I'm going to put a lava blade at the bottom to kill the spiders, because they are just really, really annoying. And just because, you know, annoying spiders. The spiders gum up all mob farms. They just do that. They are so annoying that way. Alrighty, so how much water in here now? 9 buckets. I think I need 3 on each times 4, so that means 12. Let's go ahead and get a few more in case my math is bad. Sometimes my math is not strong. Alright. Bee splash. Stone spike would be another option, yes. Ouch. So this will push me along here, and then I need, oh, snag that. Oh, it's getting dark. And then this one here, we need an update. Hey, Nonsanity joined. This will push everybody in here. Jump out of the way. Alright, so I think I will leave the torches in here just for that. Let's see, I need to, there's no easy way for me to get out of here except going back here. Alrighty. Oh, hey, while I'm here, let me get some real food. Let's see, we'll just, oh, hey, I made an apple juice. That's 1, that's half. There, what happened to all my, I had all my cactus foods in here. Did they move? Oh, they're down in here. Yeah. I was sitting there going, Why did I not have my cactus foods? Alright. That we will stick in the super cheaty bag. Alrighty. Run! Nope, run! There we go. I do kind of like the structure looking of that. I think that is kind of cool. Yes, I'm gonna need to make some much better food. I've pretty much just lived off of the cactus stuff and some of the apples, because when I did enough of the dark oak, I was getting lots and lots of apples. But definitely need to change that and get some much better. All right, so because there's slabs, the light's bleeding through. I was wondering why. It's really dark. Why are you becoming night? So it's hard to see. Oh. Now I've got to remember which ones I've done. And it was the one right where the water was, so I've done that one. Otherwise I'd be really ticked if I ran through and did another. So, alright, so I've done that one. Let's do... Okay, you're scary because I don't want any mobs spawning over here yet. No spawning the mobs. Alright. Alright, so we've done that one, so let's do this one over here. Whee! Ouch. That pulls me over to here. Now we've got 2 torches. And unfortunately again, I'm gonna have to go back. I had done with my vanilla server, I had put some big ginormous, what was it, the obsidian portals around the bottom of this because it was so high up in the air, so that the enderman would, not enderman, but the pigmen would spawn around and they would fall down the same hole and get chewed up too. But not going to deal with that because that's too much obsidian and I don't have it. And I found it didn't do hardly any good. It was a very slow gold farm. But yeah, it looks like there's enough lighting up there so you can see it from the back. Unfortunately, the top is going to lose all its lighting. But I would like to kind of keep it lit up from a distance. I may move this shaft off to the side. Yeah, I've done donuts in the nether, and that's a possibility there. And it would be a whole lot more effective doing it in the nether in the Modern Skyblock 2 because there is no there's nothing in the nether, you know, other than what you put there. So that definitely works. Are you going to continue flowing? Server? Oh, was there just the one here? Let's find out. Gimme. Well, that's weird. It's like it extracted water from right here. Oh, that is a thing. How much did that... Okay, that's just weird. Something's going on there. Let's extract these guys. Nope, can't extract it from that far. Huh. Yeah, well, I think we need a little block update here. Yeah, there's some very goofiness going on. I wonder if there was something left. It's almost like there's something right there. Yeah. Oh, howdy there, Reinwick. Yes, I did break the water. I am that skilled in breaking water. So this light is coming from down here, which is fine. Oh man, now it just got impossible to see. Water. There we go. So just some strange stuff. Okay, now this needs a update. And get out of here. And one last time. That's it. We don't have to update that anymore. Run. There we go. I never really seem to bind the run key to anything. I just do the double forward, and that seems to work fine. I don't know if anybody ever does the run as a run key. I never have it, in case people do. Alright, so the mob here is almost done. I do need a lava blade for the stinking spiders. So should we do that now? Because that would be up there. Because it's nighttime, so I don't want to close off everything up. No, not to get distracted. Let's put the final bit of water in. And then when I zip back, I need to be able to go ahead and grab clay stuff so I can grab some lava. Alright, so this one is the last. Let's do you. Ouch. Yep, all the way through. So I just have gotten really used to doing the double tap, and you know, control. I think one of the keys is the default, and I don't remember which anymore. That's how much is left in you. 5. That'll work. All right, clay. Clay is what I need. And clay, not that, this. To make clay, I need to hit with this dirt. Okay, and it uses a minuscule amount of water. So, and then with that I can make the clay bucket. So I need, there's the dirt. So let's go ahead and do 2 of these. Snack one of those. You know, I've thought about doing stuff with, there's my dirt, with buttons on my mouse, but I tend to never do anything with macro buttons on the mice. There we go, clay. Alright, there's my first clay. There we go. And so now I need to go ahead and, is it like a, nope, axe, no, so it is the, yeah, it's 5. So that's why I did need to make that. Okay, let's fire that up. I need to upgrade my furnace so it's much better. Yeah, I'm so used to the double tap that I pretty much just kept with that. I didn't see the need to change that. So now I've got a clay bucket. Let's put that back away. No, wrong key, that key. And I'm going to steal my lava from over here. I can make more, but we'll steal that for right now. You're just going to sit there? Fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up that lava blade so we can take care of spiders, because spiders are always the things that gum up the works. And then when it's day, we should be able to get rid of all the torches, slap on the roof, and we should be good to go. This needs a much wider path coming out here. It also needs fences. That's going to be a lot of acacia because I'm doing all acacia here. Alright, so we need to get up there and put a lava blade there. We're using these guys. Let's see, I need want to use. Nope, not use. Want to use. Now I can hop up. Because I have no more ladders on me, and making ladders would mean work. So I need to. So I need the lava blade to stick in by 1, and it flows 4. Oh, I need a sign right there. And I had signs, but I got rid of them. I left them back there. Oh well, I'm not gonna run back. I will make more signs. So let's put a sign right here. Alright. So all the spiders, they get to die right here. Some V's telling them, you know, that read that. Alright, so There's the fourth, two, so 1, 2, 3, we need a fourth out here. Where's my blocks? Fourth right there, and you can, no, I need a full block here. Yes, in German, the spider, the. This block here will go away. And that right there. Okay, so if I have mathed this correctly, then the lava will spit out just right there. Yay! Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and there shall be no spawns. So that'll stop any mob spawning there. And we'll just yeah, that should be that's a top slab. That's what I want. Are you a slab? I think you are a slab. You are a slab. And now we'll do top slabs. Alright. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong, and you are wrong. Do that. Yes. The spiders can die a nasty death. I really don't need the string from them. I just want them to die. So that should work. Alrighty, so we can get back out. Alright, so spiders are taken care of. That will work it nicely. I had played with some other forms where I had some water up there, and other mobs were, as they were jumping around, they were jumping up there and drowning at the top, but you know, I will need a few spider eyes, yes, and I can change things when that's a major issue, and I can also kill them very easily. What I had done before is threw out a platform, put some gates in the way, and set it up and so that they would spawn and then just run up there and shoot or kill or whatnot to the mobs as needed at that point. So yes, let's go ahead and start slabbing everything here. Alright, you are now going to be an active mob spawner. Ugh. Duck, half spider thing. Is that gonna haunt your memories and your dreams now forever? Yeah, the main reason why I want to get rid of burn up the spiders is so they don't clog things. There are several methods. I was pondering just going through and putting an extra little slab in the spawn areas, just to stop them from spawning, but I said, the cobble and 2 sticks for building one. Oh, is it that cheap? Well, hot diggity dang. Let's try that. Cobble and 2 sticks. Nope. Cobble and 2 sticks for builder's wand for floor ceilings. Yeah, let's not this one. Building one? Or is that bricks? Compressed cobble. I have enough for compressed cobble. Compressed cobble, 2 sticks. What can I use this for? Ah! You shouldn't mind. Alright. Oh yay. This is so much easier than doing it by hand for all of them. And it looks like it only does 5, but that's far better than doing it by hand. It is chewing up the durability, but again, that's far better than doing it by hand. I wonder if the durability is chewed up per click or per block. So if I'm doing, you know, like 3 here, let's say 4 here, does this take 4 damage and that takes 5 damage? Doesn't have any information on it. Alright, I'm just happy to have this. And there that goes. Let's make another one. This is worth another trip just to get more cobble. I need more steaks. Alrighty. Yay for making things fast. Let's see. F3H. And so that's 108. We'll do 5. 103. So that did go up by or down by 5. It should be 99. So it is the blocks used and not uses. So alrighty, that makes me feel good. And we have a working quarter already. Let's go ahead and start with you. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and need to grab more cobble because I don't want to do that by hand. That is too much of a pain in the tuchus. And why am I knocking out lights when I need to go grab more cobble? Let's grab more cobble. Alright. A little bit a day. That should be enough to get that one going easily enough. And if I'm close enough, then that should stop them. So that should work. Yeah, F3Q. I know there's a bunch of those letter ones, and I can never keep them in memory and to remember them. Other than, you know, F3 works, and then S I think redoes the sounds and stuff like that. Boing. But yeah, having one that tells all is good. Oh, I hear spiders. Alrighty, so we've got some mobs in there already. Let's make another one real quick. Let's make enough for 2. Need more sticks. Alright. Oh yes, I did get rid of all the torches first. I was sitting there going, oh crap, now I have to get back in there. T does resources, as in like where the resources are. No, I don't know. I'll have to play with these commands. I've done some of them, but not all of them. Some of the debugging where it shows you the pie charts and stuff. If that's what you're looking for, is that does the pie charts. That's kind of annoying. Why do I not have more? Let's make more. That's more. Oh, it reloads everything. Why did you not split up everything that was supposed to be split? I like being able to make the stacks back into wood, or the slabs back into wood, that I think is a fantastic thing. Because then I don't worry about making slabs or stairs. I realize I can just go ahead and put them back into the source blocks again. That's something that vanilla needs. It's very annoying that it's not there. Alright. A little bit of black over there. Whoop, did we go through that many? Oh, there's the wand. A little bit of red out over there. You can hear zombies. Oh, this is so much better than doing it by hand. Alright, you guys get extra credit internet points for pointing out the builder's wand. That's why we pay Non the big bucks. I need to make another. I'm going to make a bunch. And I need more sticks. Constantly needing more sticks. So, checks in the mail, Non. Checks in the mail. That's the F7 is the one that toggles the X's, red and black X's. That's the one I use a lot. There's another mob spawn that will give you numbers, so it'll tell you what the light levels are. And that's not on this pack. I've seen it in several packs where you'll have a red number if it's below 8, or a green number if it's above 8. And that I like. That also works very nicely in keeping track of what's going on. This one, I'm going to need to keep that piece open. Alrighty, see you later, Don. Yeah, tell me about the exploding ducks. I need to hear about this. Yeah, F4 is what I've seen with the mod where it gives you the number of what the light level is. But I don't, off the top of my head, I don't remember what the name of that one is. What the name of that mod is. It's one that when I play vanilla, it's very nice to have a few client-side mods, and having what the light level is, that's one I really like. And so, because I like running around my base and making sure that everything is lit up, and that tells me how lit up everything is. Light level overlay, says Daniel. Alrighty. That is a nice, very nice one to have. I have no idea how to pronounce your name, but you're saying a nice pattern. It's very repetitive. It's got 4 different kind of snowflake patterns here that will funnel the mobs from these 4 areas down to a central catch basin, and then that was a weird sound. Then the mobs get funneled in that central catch basin to a single drop, where they get pushed down to a pair or 3 wooden spikes that will knock them down to where I can kill them by hand and get all the good mob drop goodness that I'm looking for. Let's make some more slabs, and that is the plan, is to get all the mob drop goodness from them. Alright, so those 3 are done, and these guys could get me. So no, let's not toss anybody in here yet. Nope. Let's put that there. Ah, let me out. There we go. And there we go. Oh, oh, baby skeleton. Leave me alone. There you go. So annoying. Let me grab some food so I don't starve to death here. I'm trying to remember who it was that said that the light level, the spawning level, the F7 key, is like poor man's night vision, because you can see the blocks so very, very easily. And that does work. Anything more? I don't see it. Let's go ahead and I'm going to use the whole block. Alrighty, so put you on my bar so I can actually use you. You can go away. Don't need you. Ah, that's exactly not what I wanted to do. Oh, I can hear an Enderman in there. Not that he's going to do anything. He's going to teleport as soon as he hits the water. Alright, so now I can start using you to finish you up. We will have a fully operational Death Star. Which is kind of a cool name when you think it's kind of got a star-like pattern here, or snowflakey pattern. Some mob there with the particle effects.
Death Snowflake just doesn't sound as impressive.
Yeah, Death Snowflake is not as impressive as Death Star.
But it does seem like a good name for a metal band.
It would be a very good name for a metal band, yes. Alright, let's make a lot more slabs. Yes, my brightness is up to full. I tend to run that just so that it's easier for people to see. Alright, it is just so dark. This is a very, very dark wood. If it were a lighter wood like the acacia or birch, it would be a whole lot easier to see. See, that's easier to see. This is just big flats of nothing at this point. Sorry, folks. Well, let's get this done. Alright, let's get these going. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my video settings are 100%. Yeah, brightness all. That's the way I always set it up. Alright. And we are, whoops, ran out of that wand. I think we're going to run out of wand here before we finish this roof. The baby zombies are so nasty because they're so fast. And of course you encounter them on day one when you have no armor or whatnot, and it's like, you know, tink, tink, dead. Say, thank you. I really appreciate that. And, oh, I might be, oh, ran out of the wand. Okay, so now let's put some torches up here just so I can kind of see. Oh, that's so much better having some torches here. Alright, let's... Wow! That was not the plan. Yes, I was leaving the torches on the bottom layer just because the thing that I was there, it's too close if I'm down here for them to spawn up there. And so that's not a big deal. The top layer where they spawn, that will be, I think it's 25 or 24 and a half blocks away. And so that will definitely give me my stuff. There you go. Holy, loads of guys down here. Oh, I think they're fighting each other. Are you fighting each other? Yeah, it sounds like they're fighting each other. Oh. Hey, Kiwi, thanks for the subscription. Oh, that's the witch. Stop throwing stuff. Alrighty. So, yes, mob farm is a go, and it is a working thing there, so that's good. Yes, I had not fallen up to that point, and now I have. So let's take a look. See, that really helps the light level up there. So let's see if I can do that again without falling off, he said. Oh, that's right in my path. Yeah, witches are so obnoxious that way, and I don't know why they feel the need to do it, but they do that. And let's put a torch right there. And I want to put a torch by the ladder here. One right there, and another one right there. Alright, are you above? You're too high. There we go. Alright, so this water block can stay up here. This Enderman can stay up there too. And I need to get rid of that death point, because that's not very useful. Alright, remove. And let's... Wow, looking at... No, I wanted to look at my way... That's looking cool. This is looking very dark and dingy at this point because it's not the bright acacia wood. Let's go ahead and claim my chunks down here so I don't lose them. And of course I put this right in between two chunks. Of course I did. Witches, why are you... No, maybe it's not that they're throwing potions at each other. Maybe just the sound of them taking damage. Alright, let's kill a bunch of these guys. Oh, hey, there's a sword there. Can I access? I don't need boots. Ooh, 11. That's a good bit of damage. So yes, this is definitely a very going concern at this point. Let's combine you, and you guys are noisy. Let's move away for a second. That's also true. Daniel mentions that mob crashing can go ahead and mob cramping can kill them, but I think it's something like 24 mobs per spot. Oh, see. Flaming spider. Oh no, spider string is up there. Okay, that's not a useful thing. Up. Let's put that there. Now I can hop up. Let's close this off. What happened to my axe? There's my axe. Is it 12 per area? I thought it was 24. Maybe it's passive that's 24. But in any case, this is certainly working very nicely in killing these mobs, and they are so loud. Alright, mobs, you're gonna have to no, not languages. I want sound. Hostile features. Quiet you. Yeah, this is definitely working very nicely in getting me the drops. Witches, I definitely want to kill a whole bunch of witches and get the sugar and redstone and glowstone off of the witches. Arrows and bows and stuff, I don't care. Oh, hey, there's a shovel. Like I said, arrows and bows, I don't care. There we go. An iron shovel. Yeah, I'll take that. There we go. Alrighty, so I think that's been a very successful mob farm there. Unfortunately, we're going to get some endermen hanging around here, but I can take care of those, set up a too tall little area, and then look at them, lure them in, and watcha, kill them dead. So yes, there is the mob farm. Let's wait for a few seconds for it to be a little bit more light and look up. That's one reason why I like setting up the bottom that I did. You've got a whole bunch of... It's more interesting than looking at a huge block. So that's ugly. So this is a lot more interesting. That's one of the reasons why I kept the lights up there so you can see the stuff. Yeah, okay, I do not want to be looking at the Enderman. That would be bad. Let's come look over here. Alright, yay! Not looking at the Enderman. Not looking at the Enderman. Oh, yes. They're bad people. They rip out my roof to kill me. No, don't do that. Yes, the Endermen won't come in here. I do need an Ender Tether when I can make them to keep them from moving. But right now it's the water that's making the Endermen leave, and that's the problem. Anyway, I have a successful mob farm, and I need to set up some rails and storage for the goodness that is here. And I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me on the stream and for your comments and everything. I will post this tomorrow with a link to Schematica and the schematic I used. Thank you. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here on the Modern Skyblock 2 server. Having a blast. Thanks for being here. Anyway, bye.